Alright, boys and girls, and welcome to Gordon Guitar. We have here Cole Swindell featuring Hardy, this cool song called Down to the Bar. So a great classic country song there. So let's start right away. We have the capo here on the first fret, and it's mainly 4 chords. We have 5 actually, 1 5th chord in the end only, but otherwise 4 chords mainly. So let's start with the chords first. We have the G. So that is 3rd on E, 2nd on A, open D, open G, 3rd B, and 3rd E. Then we have D. So that is open D, 2nd G, 3rd B, and 2nd E. E minor next. So that is open E, 2nd A, 2nd D, open G, open B, and open E. And then we have the C, of course, that combo. So 3rd on A, 2nd on D, open G, 1st B, and open E. And the 5th chord that will be used only in the end of the song will be G7. So that is 3rd on E, 2nd on A, open D, open G, open B, and 1st E. Alright, so we'll start with this intro, and that will also be like kind of an interlude in between some parts later in the song. So it's great to know this one. I'm gonna play it through for you. It's based upon the chord progression G, E minor, C, G. And the second round is G, E minor, C, D, G. Okay? So I'm gonna play through for you kind of just the notes that is for this melody. And then we're gonna look at how we can kind of bring it into a strumming or go kind of, both ways. Some notes here and there and some strumming here and there. So let's start with the notes here. Okay, I'm gonna play through for you the round. So let's go from G. Something like that. Okay, so let's go for the first round there. G, E minor, C, G. You will start with the G chord. So that is open B 2 times, and then 3rd B. That's it for the G part. So open B, 3rd B. When it comes to E minor, sounds like this. So that is open B, 2nd G, open G, and 2nd D. Then comes the C part. Sounds like this. Okay, so that is open E, 3rd B, 2nd G, open B, 2nd G, and open G. And then we have the G here for the first round, the last chord. It's just 2nd on G, and you slide up here to 4th. So like this. So from 2nd on G to 4th. And that's it for G. So slowly, this first round of G, E minor, C, G sounds like this. I'm gonna bring in even the bass notes here for you to just understand when the chords switches and like that. So G, E minor, C, and G. This is a slide here. Yeah. All right. And that is the first round. The next round is based upon almost the same chords. It's G, E minor, C, D, and G. So you bring up a D there between the C and G in the end. So you will start with the G and E minor in the same way as you play the first round. So that means G and E minor in the same way as first round. Then comes the C, and that sounds like this on the second round. Okay, so that is open D, second D, open G, and second D. Then comes the D part, sounds like this. So that is open B 2 times, and then second G. That's the D part. And the final part is the G, only one note, it's the open G. So the second round sounds like this from the G and so on. Yeah. So together it will be like this. And the slide up, and then all right. So with some kind of strumming here, you will have to compromise because you will probably not get every note perfectly, like 100%. So some notes will, disappear. But if you just get it kind of 50% or 70%, that's great. You will hear the melody, and you can also have some strumming and not only picking on strings like this. So it could sound something like this. I'm not gonna teach you how to do that because you have to go by feel. So you're gonna strum, make some down and ups strokes like this. But go by feel there and try your way out. I'm gonna show you one way of doing it. It's not perfect, it's just, yeah, like it is. So let's go. Something like that. You can probably do it better than me. I haven't practiced this at all, and you can do it and kind of get comfortable with it. So that's it for the intro, and you will use that later on. So that's why I'm teaching you to do that. It's great to know. Now let's start with the actual song here, the first verse, and it will start with G. So let's grab that chord and we will look at the strumming pattern here. Here you're gonna think as a pair of chords. So one strumming will be most of the times, or not maybe all the times, for 2 chords. So I'm gonna do the switch from G to E minor, okay, since that is the first 2 chords. And these 2 chords will make up for 1 full strumming round. So let's go. Alright, so that's it. So the G was part 1 and the E minor was part 2. So part 1, only 2 down. So down, down. So short break or whatever you want to call it. So down, down, between the downs. Down, down. Then you switch, play the part 2 for E minor. And that would be up, up, down, down. So it's again. Up, up, down, down. And that's it for part 2. So it's down, down, up, down, down. That's 1 full strumming, and you have 2 chords there. So G to E minor sounds like this. Okay, so that's the rhythm and how it goes. So now let's look at the chord progression for the first verse. We have G, E minor will be 1 full strumming round. So G part 1, E minor part 2. Then you play C part 1 and D part 2. That chord progression, G, E minor, C, D, you will play that for 2 rounds. And that will sound like this. So that's it for the first verse. That takes us to the pre-chorus 1 on your way to your brand new start. So that's where we are in the lyrics. It will start with C, part 1, then D, part 2, then C, part 1 again, and D, just one down plus a pause. So it's C, D, C, D. Part 1, part 2, part 1, and just one down on the last D. So let's go for the pre-chorus. And a big pause there. That leads to the first chorus. Okay, so it will be kind of the same system of playing here, part 1 and part 2. We'll start with G, part 1, then E minor, part 2, then C, part 1, and G, part 2. So let's go for that. G, part 1, E minor, C, G. Okay, now you play the same, but you have a D instead of G in the end here. So you'll play G part 1, E minor, C, and D. The third round will be in the same way as the first round, so that means G, E minor, C, and G. So we go there. C, C, G. Okay. And then we have one final part left. It's G part 1, E minor part 2. Okay. Then we have C just one down, D just one down, and then G part 1. So G part 1, E minor part 2, then C down, D down, and then G part 1. Yeah, so that was the course. I'm gonna take you through this course from the beginning till the end, because I feel it was many rounds there to remember and get comfortable with. So I'm gonna take you through that. I'm gonna play a little bit slower than the standard tempo so you understand what we're doing there. So let's go from the beginning. G, E, E minor, C, G, G, E minor, C, D, G, E minor, C, G, G, E minor, C, D, G. All right. And then we have this kind of interlude. Like I said in the beginning here, we're gonna have that and it will come back. It's the melody we learned in the intro, but you only play the second round. So how you play the second round is so that is kind of a bridge to the second verse. So the second verse will be played in the same way as the first verse, and the same goes with the chorus that comes right after the second one. We'll play it in the same way as the first chorus, so nothing changes there. Then comes after this chorus, this instrumental parts again. Okay, so yeah, you can choose to play the intro melody. It's actually a solo there. So what I suggest is for you to play the intro melody again, because it will be and last as long as it does for the intro here. So it's both first round and the second round, and that would make up for this solo. Or you can just do the strumming. Okay, so if you do the strumming, it will be G part 1, E minor part 2, C part 1, G part 2, G part 1, E minor part 2, then C down, D down, and G part 1. And that is how you strum, just strictly strum the intro and even this instrumental part with the solo. Alright, so after this instrumental part comes a bridge part in the lyrics, and take the records off the wall. Okay, So here you have the chords in the same way as you have the verse. So it's G, E minor, C, and D. You will do that for 2 chord progression rounds. So this is the bridge part. So G, E minor, C, D, G, E minor, C, D. But here you will play just down, sorry, with G, down, clap, C, clap, D, clap, G. Second round, E minor, clap, C, clap, D, clap. So that is how you handle the bridge. 1 down clap for each and every chord. G, E minor, C, D for 2 rounds. And that's the bridge part. That takes us to the third chorus. And this chorus, it's the same when it comes to the chords and the chord progression. Okay. But for the first kind of 2 rounds, you will play in the same way as you play the bridge, which means down clap. So that means with the chords in the chorus, it will be G, clap, E minor, clap, C, clap, and G, clap. That's the first round. Second round, G, clap, E minor, clap, C, clap, D, clap. And that's how far you're gonna play the down clap. After that comes the G, E minor, C, G, and then G, E minor, C, D, G. This second part, like the third and fourth round, you will play in the same way as you play other choruses with the strumming. So the strumming starts in the lyrics, there's somewhere new where, yeah, the night made you, and so on. So the first 2 rounds, if we just summarize this third chorus, the first 2 rounds will be with down clap, 1 down clap per chord, and the second, third and fourth round will be with the standard strumming. And that takes us to the final outro. It will be 1 down per chord, and the chords will be C, D, G, and the final chord will actually be G7. You thought I forgot about that? No, I didn't. It was the last chord. So C, D, G, and G7. And that is how Cole Swindell and Hardy's song Down to the Bar ends. Alright, so that was it, guys. A cool country song there, and I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. The challenge here will be, I think, the intro, the melody you're gonna play. Otherwise, pretty straight and simple strumming. And think, kind of alternate there, the part 1 and part 2. That is mostly what's going on for this song here. So good luck with this one, guys. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please subscribe if you haven't yet. I love you guys, and I love to see this channel grow. It gives me a lot motivation back to continue this journey. So thank you for that, for all the support. See you soon, and don't forget, play tuned.